Originally, God said that a day in life of God is like 1,000 years. One day is like our 1,000 years. 1,000 years. That's pretty much out of space time. Contextually to us, one day is like 1,000 years. That's one day to God. Puff of wind, wave in the ocean, wherever it be. A flower in the field. We grow, live, spread our seed, die, whatever it be. So 1,000 years. The original people before the flood, before the ozone, I believe, getting destructed or changed in a way that radiation was allowed to come in heavily into mankind to corrupt the flesh, to make little imperfections, to the ozone. Because we used to, Methuselah, how long were they lived? They lived to 800 years old. A day of God. Mankind used to live a day, hundreds of years old, some way shorter, but he saw that we got corrupt the older we lived. We learned shortcuts. Oh, let's take a Benadryl. I don't go through the suffering, whatever it be. We learned to get more evil. And God, after the flood, there is shorter lives. Instead of living all these hundreds and hundreds of years, but probably originally it was we lived a day, 1,000 years. And the radiation to the flood, the canopy got destructed. I don't know if it was a mist or a mist around the atmosphere, a giant band of mist, the canopy, the firmament that took out the radiation of the sun. God took it away. Radiation came in and greatly shortened our lives to 120 years, 80 years, whatever. It was supposed to be 120, but we lived under 120 years, right? Because we continue to be evil. And God still had that paradigm of lesser. He lived lesser lives. But hopefully we can please God, and that we would pray to God that we'd live long lives, that we'd honor thy mother, thy father, that we should live a long life. And sometimes I think honoring your mother, thy father is disagreeing with them. If it bring dishonor to the family, I think to honor your mom or dad, sometimes it is disagreeing with them, but still doing what they want you to do. I think, but Jesus correctly said, who is my mother? Who is my brother? The one that does the will of the Father. If you know your mother 100% is not doing the will of the Father, then what's the correct thing to do? Sometimes I jump berry to berry. Is she with God? Is she out with God? Oh, God, love thy neighbor as myself. If I don't listen to her, then she's going to reject me as a son. But if she accepts me as a son, as a Christian, therefore she becomes a Christian. It's a circle reasoning, but it also is a correct paradigm somewhere in there, that if she should love me, she would love God in me, the Holy Spirit, and therefore iron sharpens iron, that she would want to become a really great Christian if indeed she wasn't. I don't know.